was the end of the century. A time between times. The end of an era of harshness, of simplicity, but also of violence. And the beginning of another, even more cruel.
It's been so long, long hard days. They don't say God's changed my ways, change my ways, those evil ways. But I can't my evil ways.
We often realize too late that the end has arrived, but this time, the weariness had not left me for a long time already. Enough with the looting, the drinking, the killing. I needed to take stock. I needed a break. Maybe even more. A fresh start. A rebirth. I had to find my essential needs again. Just me in Indiana, my faithful Palomino walker, surrounded by the wild glow of the snowy mountains. Focused on one goal, tracking down an extraordinary beast. A mythical animal, according to the Kuteni tribe. I barely had a location on the map, but as my old man used to say, use your head for something more than to give your hat a ride. And by the end of the day, we were heading in the right direction. The thick snow and luminous night of the heights had peacefully enveloped me from the first evening. A deep sleep came to me, and despite the bustling wildlife a few steps away, it was a serene night, something unusual for me. The feeling of being alone in the world, instead of being frightened, was reassuring. Exhilarating, even. No distractions, no expectations. Just room to let go of everything that no longer fit inside. I'd finally found the ridge the Blackfoot had told me about. I didn't really know what was waiting for me beyond. But one thing was for sure. Nothing could be further from the so-called civilization. Impossible to regret this dirty air, nor the horizon blocked by the tangle of streets that only lead to other streets. How can I find some peace in these cities receiving the whole world? Where the night never completely drives out the day. Where there's always something to do, something to see. Always more spectacular or exotic. A world that is frantically exploited to the depths of the earth. All that nature has given us since the dawn of time. We extract it, we cut it, we kill it, we waste it. How long will it last? In hindsight, it was this old woman, met in the mists of the Bayou Noir, who was right.
Would you like to know what lies in store, mister? I have the sight, if you want the wisdom. Come, see what I see. This is now the time of machines, the time of things, the time of man came and went as all things pass. As all things pass, my friend.
The freezing fog had invaded the valley. It didn't matter. I knew I was on the right trail. But when the snow began to fall, I had to force the pace before it made it harder for me. Recklessly, I rushed towards an unexpected encounter.
Go! Go away!
Those gunshots had definitely awakened the mountain. And that grizzly bear body at my feet reminded me that I was still bringing death in my wake. I'm pretty sure I've killed everything that walks or crawls at one time or another. But you can't forget the first time you kill a man. Even if my memories were chopped up, as if my brain couldn't accept the fact. I remember. I do remember things went south very fast after that. A group of marshals patrolling nearby had heard the gunshots. I was very lucky to be able to escape them, but I had to hole up for the next few days. In the midst of the prairie, the consequences of the attack on the postal van brutally caught up with my conscience. The big loot and a lot of drinking helped me get through those few hard days. Apart from the hooch, the hideout was comfortable, but quickly it started to look like a cell. Soon the call of the great outdoors became too strong, and I went back on the trails. I finally reached Valentine, a quiet little town at the foot of the Grizzlies Mountains. It was indeed a small town, with its only street, guarded at its entrance by Sheriff Malloy's office, a taciturn lawman who kept an eye on Hitch and Cole's savings, the town's respectable banking institution. Across the street was a far less respectable establishment, the Smithfields. A saloon with everything you need to recover from long days on horseback.
You know where to find me if you change your mind.
Usually a good hot bath,
Ain't no change there.
accompanied by many glasses of the local rot gut. Valentine could have been the perfect place to turn my life around. To forget about train attacks, bank robberies, cattle rustling, and find some rest and peace. But I was a member of a whole different church.
Tried to stop, but I'm in too deep. The pain inside don't let me sleep. I bit the hand from which I feed. Guilt inside gonna make me bleed. Tell me, Lord, why, oh why? With this blade by my side, digging my own grave. Tell me, Lord, why, oh why? Got me with a tear in my eye, digging my own grave. I can't forget the deeds I've done. Some for kicks and some for fun. For the mistakes that I have made. The fires of hell are gonna make me pay. Tell me, Lord, why, oh why? Got me with the spade by my side, digging my own grave. Tell me, Lord, why, oh why? Got me with the tears
This rampage, this fury, had been escalating for years. Especially after I joined Dutch and his gang.
Come on, let's get going. They spoke to Bill about a job.
Once again, one of our schemes was about to get seriously out of hand. The death of the kid took a heavy toll on morale. We knew that in our line of work, no one gets out alive. But instead of finally making us understand our alienation, it was just a pretext to form a posse to claim revenge. A radiant morning had followed the previous day's fog. Back on the tracks, I felt watched, but with more indifference than fear or aggressiveness. I took it as a good omen. The fresh prints definitely convinced me that I was close. Now all I had to do was be patient. And finally, you were there. didn't shoot. You just stood there, looking at me, even giving me time to pull myself together. You may have been the last of your kind, but the reason that had overcome my sad atavism was something else. I had the choice to change, to pull that trigger or not, even if I had pulled it so many times before. Then you left, as if you'd played your part and you knew it. I wasn't quite sure what mine was going to be from now on, but I wasn't worried about it. A few days later, I was on my way down to the valley, cleansed of a delusion that, until then, had condemned me. I was convinced, for so long, that the world ends when you're dead. So why bother? Well, because the world keeps going, and what matters is what you bring to it. The world is full of wonders. It can provide us with everything we really need. But it must be treated with respect. Some of us have understood this for a long time, but we didn't listen to them. I'm still a wanderer, a relic from the past. I see the seasons passing by, and the world around me is changing faster and faster. It's hard to change, and most often comes with a cost. It's also a chance to discover new horizons. I'll have to deal with the unknown, dangers, obstacles. Maybe I would never reach those horizons, but never ain't here yet. I may not have much time left, but I can finally choose how to use it.
Send me on my way. Release me to this earth within this shallow grave. Grave digger, bring me to my knees. Forget what I have done, forgive me if you please. Save me if you can. The time for me has come. Let me be the one that got away.